Now that you know what CAD is, it's time to start 3D modeling. In your OnShape account, let's go ahead and talk about what you see on this home page. The important button is this blue Create button right here. You will be using this button to create documents and folders to keep your models organized. Every time you create a new model, you will create a new document. Underneath the blue button are other tabs that allow you to search your documents or models based on certain filters. We will mainly be using the Owned by Me tab. To get everything set up, let's go ahead and create our first folder. Go ahead and click the blue Create button, and then click Folder. Anytime you click on something, it's going to ask you to name it if you make it. So we're going to go ahead and name this new folder Section 1. And then click Create. That allows you to create a folder, and then you can double click on that folder and it'll take you inside of it. Inside your folders, you're going to have documents. And your documents are where you're going to create your actual 3D models. So let's go ahead and get started by creating our first 3D model. Go to the blue Create button and then click Document. Again, it's going to ask you for a name. Whenever you're naming anything, especially your documents, you want to make sure that they're short and concise, but also tell you what your model is going to be. For example, in the next video, we will be going over how to create primitive shapes. So let's go ahead and set this document up to be our first primitive shape. Let's go ahead and rename this cube. Once you have renamed your document, you can click Create Public Document. It'll take you directly into your workspace to start modeling. You can just ignore this pop-up. It's going to give you a kind of a brief tour, but again, you can kind of just X out of that as we will be going over all of that together. Before we model anything, let's just talk about your document properties. Again, you have your name that you can change by clicking on it. And if you click the sandwich right next to it, you can rename your document, move it, copy it, and change other properties about it. Right below the name, you have the top toolbar. This is where all of your tools for modeling will be. They change based on whether you're in sketch mode or modeling mode. And we'll get more into that later. On the left-hand side, you have what's called a feature tree. You can see all the different features that you create, and then right under that is all the parts you've created for your model. This main large area right here is your workspace. You automatically have the default front, right, and top planes, as well as in the top right-hand corner, you have your orientation cube. This lets you know where in space you're looking at. Again, we will be going more into depth about everything you see here as we continue along.